Welcome back to the channel. Racer X here, and today I want to put together a short video about all of the teaser stuff we're seeing from Dodge come down about their 7th edition Hellcat. We're finally starting to see the teasers come down from Dodge. So we're going to talk about the last one that just came out, give you my thoughts on it. It should be a lot of fun. Now, if you guys are brand new to my channel, please do me a big gigantic favor. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also hit the notification bell for all of my new great content, and off we go. Now, Dodge has been talking about this 7th edition special car since Speed Week of last year. That's actually, what, 6-7 months ago? It was August I was there, and we still have yet to see it. We did not see it at the SEMA show back in November. That was a bit of a disappointment. Now, here we are, March 20th of this year. They're supposed to reveal it to us yet again, and we've heard all sorts of rumors about engines blowing up and all sorts of weird things happening, the reasons why it's been delayed. All we know is that Dodge has got it ready to go, all teed up for basically a month from now, less than a month from now. We're going to see it. Now, the trailer that they just put out, the little teaser, was a little bit of a surprise. I thought it was kind of weird, so I want to play that for you really quick and then give you my thoughts. Now, we have quite a bit to unpack from looking at that particular teaser. Now, it started a little over a week ago. We kind of saw this very short little teaser that Dodge put out there on their YouTube shorts. And basically, it was kind of this weird looking face with these red eyes. Not really sure what to make of it. Well, now all of a sudden we have this extended teaser, if you will. And it starts with what looks to me to be a cracked out Leprechaun, looking just kind of strange, and he's kind of got this IV bag. He sticks it in his arm, and then all of a sudden he turns into kind of this much bigger Leprechaun, kind of a much tougher looking guy, some sort of a creature. Obviously, this is Dodge's way of saying, hey, look, this is going to be the flex fuel. We've never done a flex fuel car like this before, and this thing is going to be an absolute monster. And of course, the name of it, that's another thing that I want to talk about here, is the name of this particular car. Not a lot of surprises here. I thought it was interesting how Dodge did this from a marketing perspective, but we knew the juice, so to speak, was coming. We saw it on the garage door that hasn't been opened yet. Obviously, that is their Roadkill Nights thing, and we had that little bottle with the 3 X's on it, and basically that's them saying, look, flex fuel, it's coming, and we knew this car was going to be that. Now, I've already told you guys what I thought this car was going to be. I'm sticking with my guns here. Dodge is being very tight-lipped about it. There were some people that actually thought maybe this thing was going to be a Charger. And I can assure you, Dodge has already told me it's going to be a Challenger for sure. And I've already told you what I thought the power plant was going to be. I thought it was going to be the smaller of the Elephant variants that I showed you guys at SEMA. I showed you guys all of the new direct connection engines coming out. They have not been able to get the 426s past emissions. Nothing there has changed. So even though we're going to have the 426 Elephant crate engines coming out, I don't think that's a viable option for this car. And being that they have 2 6.2-liter Elephant variants coming down the pipe, one is like 900 horse, that is on pump gas, and the other is on flex fuel, which obviously based on their last teaser, we know that's going to be flex fuel.
Features a 3-liter IHI supercharger, so that's new for IHI for this engine.
Right.
It's a 105mm throttle body, so it's a huge,
that's a big throttle
body.
Yeah.
It has a larger snout, obviously, to accommodate that throttle body. It's upgraded from top to bottom to really take into account the combustion pressures that have increased on this engine to produce 1,000 horsepower.
Okay.
The other thing that's new for this engine is that we have an E85 sensor as a part of the fuel rail. So that's what's going to allow the customers to run a flex fuel
compatible. So that's really important. I still feel like this car is going to have that Elephant 1,000 horsepower flex fuel capable engine in it, and I think that is pretty cool. So let's talk a little bit about the other messaging we saw in that little teaser. So they give us a glimpse at this kind of Leprechaun character, if you will, looking a little bit goofy, And then he stuffs that IV in his arm and he becomes basically a monster with red eyes, but still very much kind of a leprechaun. And I thought, well, they're not going to call this 7th edition car a leprechaun. That would be just straight goofy, right? But so what are the names maybe they could call this? They're giving us a glimpse of what they're going to call it. So what are some other kind of, if you will, some other names for a leprechaun? When I looked it up on Google, I got some pretty funny answers. There was like fairy and gnome and all this other weird crap, but there was one that actually stuck out in my mind, and that was the goblin. So let's really think about this for a second. You had the demon, right? And that was kind of the Dodge's biggest, baddest offering out there. This one is supposed to be set for the record books, as Tim said. And what are they going to call it? In my mind, what they're giving us a look at is the 2023 Goblin. That's what I think they're going to call it. That's what makes sense to me. I think a goblin's actually kind of a cool name for this. And once again, a goblin kind of has that mythical sort of name. I mean, think about a hellcat and demon and all these kind of, that theme. I think it fits right in with the theme. And I could see them kind of putting together a pretty cool badge for this car as well. Now, I want to go ahead and put this out there because Dodge really has done nothing to protect its brand loyal enthusiasts from getting gouged by their network of dealerships. I've talked about it so many times in the past. It really should be illegal what these dealerships are trying to do in terms of there's a price out there. The dealerships refuse to honor it and just gouge people. And sometimes people are willing to pay, which is just weird to me that people will pay that much. I've seen some of the Black Ghost special editions where some of these dealerships are like, look, 250 grand. $300,000, and they're just asking just insane amounts of money for these cars, and it's really sad. It's sad what that's doing to really the entire enthusiast community, the car community as a whole. We're basically just getting kind of drummed by the dealerships right now. It is a serious problem. So with that being said, the 7th edition car, expect the dealership markup to be record-breaking. I don't know what else to say about it. Don't get your hopes up about getting one of these cars unless you are independently wealthy and willing to pay 3, 4, 5 times whatever Dodge says this car is worth. That's basically what you're looking at. I mean, this is the most powerful Dodge vehicle they've ever going to produce. It's really sad that the dealership, we already know what's coming. Dodge is going to do nothing to protect us as consumers. And so don't get your hopes up about getting one of these 7th edition cars. I mean, I hate that. I think it's going to be very cool. I can't wait to see it. But in terms of getting one, good luck. So this is officially the last of the last call cars. So do you guys think I'm right? Do you think they're going to call it the Gremlin? Or do you think there's some other name that I'm just missing here and I'm just completely off base? I would love to hear your thoughts about this thing in the comments down below, and I will catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.